Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Football Stooges. We are officially in our 5th week of covering the NFL division by division and grading them, all of their teams on a letter grade scale. So we got a lot to get to today with that. We're going to be covering the NFC West. And then we also have some more free agency news, not as much as last week. It's kind of died down just a little bit now that free agency has started to set in a little bit further. So we'll see how this is all going to go. But for myself, welcome to the Football Stooges. As always, I'm your host, Obsidian, and this is the stupidest way to cover football imaginable. Couldn't do it myself.
Boy, is it stupid.
And boy, is it stupid. So we're down one today. KDF sadly cannot be with us. Work's got him aside. But, you know, the show must go on. And it wouldn't be a show without the man who's been here for 99.99% of all the episodes, Macedon.
He's like, so
So who's going to win the QB battle for Steelers? Dangerous or the Killing Fields?
I saw this from bench. I saw this from Benchwarmer Brand, so this is actually pretty good.
All right, new beginnings, positive mindset. I can do this. This just in, I've got a new teammate. Yeah, I can't do
yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, I can't do this.
It's just that.
All right, speaking of Justin Fields, now Justin Fields-less, the Bears fan. Mamba.
Caleb Williams, welcome to the Chicago Bears. Hopefully,
Watch you guys
hopefully you're
draft
not
like
trash.
Hendon. Watch you guys draft fucking
No.
fucking Drake
Bro,
May or
Poles was-
JJ McCarthy.
Poles was dabbing up Caleb at Pro Day.
Yeah.
So,
Watch him pull an Eli Manning and get drafted and be like, I'm not playing for you guys. And just all of Chicago
I
just
think, dude, he be stupid. We got weapons now, all right? We got a squad.
And speaking of weapons, a man whose team still hasn't picked up any free agency talent at the wide receiver position, Gorlami.
Hey, fucking worry. We got Octavian Wick, baby.
Okay.
I'm fucking panicking. I am shitting my pants right now. I'm scared as hell. Please, someone help me.
I'm just gonna say the NFC is gonna run.
cigar. Or...
Dude, the NFC is gonna run through the
That's a-
North because you got Bears who are probably gonna be better, Lions who are probably gonna win again, and then Packers probably.
The Vikings I think will take a big step back depending on how successful their rookie quarterback's going to be. I think they're going to draft a rookie quarterback.
100%,
Yeah, but I think the the Lions going out and picking up DJ Reader and also getting Daniil Hunter, that D line might have just become the scariest in the league. It's up there at least. You got those guys next to Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah.
that's gonna be a good ass team.
Oof,
So
scary.
They lost some secondary stuff.
Yeah, they did. Hopefully they can kind of put some other pieces around that to get them in there, but you never know. The Lions got better, I think, in the offseason. Didn't lose too much, I think. But anyway, we're not talking about the NFC North this week. We were talking about the the NFC West. So let's go ahead and start off with some of the stuff that needs to get done. We'll start out with the crossover grid. Go ahead and pull that
Oh,
up.
good. I wasn't done eating yet.
Oh,
One playoff rush TD. Who was Kurt Warner's
I
running back
what's
during their Super Bowl run that they lost to the Steelers? And
Matt Forte for the Bears.
Matt
Matt
Forte.
Forte. Yep.
Matt Forte.
Cardinals.
Well, then it's the refrigerator.
God damn it.
Okay.
The Vikings.
Like quarterbacks intercepting, or
I'm trying to
picking
think of
off.
like someone that would not. I'm trying to think of like less
Peanut
obvious
Tillman?
ones.
Chuck Tillman.
No.
Was he
Cedric Tillman.
No, Cedric Tillman. Yeah, Cedric.
That's not
No
right. That's
way.
95.
There,
Charles Tillman.
There we go. Yeah.
Nope. So is it then?
Wait, is it
Well,
quarterback?
no, it's not a quarterback. It's gonna be a secondary or defense. Two
man.
interceptions for the-
Damn.
Oh.
I mean, you could, Julius Peppers for playoff sack, maybe.
It make you have to dig deep into your brain because, like, when the fuck was the last time the Bears were in the playoffs?
Favre.
Actually,
There you go.
And then also
2018.
Kirk Cousins was also with them. Yeah. I mean,
Is this quarterbacks or is this defense?
I
I
thought
think
it's
it's defense.
Yeah, I guess it could be defense. I'm trying to think of a good secondary player for the
I love how they
Vikings.
didn't list it for that one.
Jared
They did it
Allen.
for the sack.
Jared
Yeah.
Allen.
Jared Allen.
He was a monster, man. I hope he gets to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say.
2 playoff interceptions for the Cardinals. Ah, fuck.
Playoff rushing touchdown for the Cardinals. I don't think David Johnson did.
Who was the running back for the? There had to have been a rushing touchdown
Cannot
for.
remember.
Like maybe he got an end around. Nope.
No.
No jet sweep for Larry Fitz. Yeah.
Kurt Warner.
I did. Okay.
QB sneak probably, or like a little bootleg or something.
Yeah.
Vikings. Oh, Adrian
Take
Peterson.
Culpepper, baby.
I was gonna say Adrian
That
Peterson.
2002.
2 playoff interceptions. Now that's gonna be tough.
2 playoff interceptions. Also, is that a mugshot of Dante Culpepper?
It looks like.
I think that's a mugshot. I think that's a
looking it up.
mugshot.
Why is it always mugshots?
2 playoff interceptions.
Oh my god, that's fucking funny.
Did Night Train Lane play for the Cardinals, or am I tripping?
Da. Hold on. Richard Lane, that's supposed to be his name, but
Popping up.
go ahead. From 52 to 65. That look for the dates. 1952 to 1965.
Was his name not Richard Lane?
It was Richard Lane.
It's not coming up.
It is
Did
his
he play-
mugshot. It is
Wow.
Culpepper's mugshot.
Oh my god.
Indecent exposure on a boat.
No shot.
Damn.
Look at what he got charged for. It was the love boat scam. You mean
Playoff interception. Who was a good cornerback for the Bears back when they had the 85 defense? Wait, maybe we just go even further back.
Tim
We just-
Buckus.
Nope, not maybe Mike Singletary. Shit.
No. Dude, this one, I don't know what.
Ryan
Urlacher?
Urlacher. Woo!
Oh, okay.
Man.
So defense.
Oh, every time I see a picture of Brian Urlacher when he was playing, man, he just looks like the fucking embodiment of CTE.
He has hair now.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
He looks like Clayface from Batman.
So it's defense then.
It is, yeah.
Dick Lane for the
Patrick
Cardinals.
Peterson.
Dick Lane for the Cardinals. Let's see if it's there.
I don't think they have him in here.
I guess
Is this
not.
the right one? No, that's
No,
played
no.
a year. Rick Kane, Dick LeBeau, Dick Daniels, Lynch, James, Haley, Last Flanagan, Lepoff, Handley, Nisbet.
Played the 50s.
Richard Lane.
Nope.
Can someone check if this was like his name? Like if he had a second name he went by or something? Maybe if I just do
No,
like
that was
Night
actually his.
Night Train Lane. Nope.
Wow. Okay. Try Patrick Peterson for the Cardinals.
Thought about that. Well, that one seemed too obvious.
Mm-mm.
No.
Okay.
Vikings secondary. I did Harrison Smith. I don't know any good Vikings secondary players.
I got one.
Fuck
Maybe.
it, you know, nope.
Tremont Williams. He played for the Cardinals.
Raymond.
T-R-A-M. Yeah, Tremont Williams. He was a Packer.
Raymond Williams. There we go.
Ah.
Okay.
Okay, and
Yeah,
now
he was a
I would just need the
Cardinal.
Vikings.
Vikings. interceptions. It was also like maybe during the Brett Favre era. Damn. Vikings secondary. I can't think of anyone. I really don't got anyone. I don't. Uh,
Bobby Bryant.
there it is. Bobby Bryant. The other ones were Emmitt Smith as a rushing touchdown for the Cardinals. He played with the Cardinals. Adrian Peterson at the rushing touchdown. Walter Payton. Brian Urlacher was the main one. Paul Krause.
Never heard of him.
And then Aeneas Williams, J.J. Watt, Jared Allen, and Khalil Mack, one playoff sack. Let's see who else we could have had in like the Vikings. That was our hardest one, was the Vikings. Let's see who else was here.
Who cares about the Vikings? You have a Packer fan and a Bears fan. You really think we give a shit
Robert
about them?
Tate, Robert Griffin, Nate Wright. Not a lot of people. This is a very short list.
That is.
Yeah, not a lot of guys. Also, they added something new. They added this like trivia up here. Crossover trivia. Get bonus crossover with Prime. What?
Fucking Amazon gotta get their hands dirty with everything.
Oh,
that Prime go back to the grids, Lob.
Let's do another one. Let's do a fucking another one. I want to do another one. I don't know why. I just want to do another one. All right.
Really?
Oh, it won't give us the fucking unlimited version. So, oh shit.
Oh.
Yeah. Never mind. It won't give us the unlimited one. Yeah. If it doesn't give us the limited one, yeah.
Now, if we want to put Lob to sleep, we pick the MLB one.
Oh my god.
Oh boy. Oh shit.
Yeah, no, we're not doing this. We're
We're
not doing this. Nope.
Too many names for baseball. Too many names for baseball.
All right. KDF is not here. Wherever KDF news will live on, the form of Gorlami. So Gorlami, here's your news. Oh, Wisconsin Cup? Oh, fucking. And that's it. We're done. That's a wrap.
I didn't even get a chance to talk in the news before you guys tried to shut me down in some way.
Boo.
Do you want
if it happens?
Want the news or not, Lob?
Say it.
We don't have to do this. We don't have to do this.
All
right. Anyways, in proper KDF news stuff fashion, we have injuries out for the year. Nobody. Short and long term, Saints defense end Chase Young. Next surgery will be back by training camp.
Which also brings up the fact that he got signed by the Saints.
Yeah, well, we were going to get to that in the free agency form, okay? All right. Don't interrupt me ever again. Other free agent offensive tackle David Bakhtiari reported he plans to play in 2024 as he continues to rehab his knee injury. Bakhtiari was released by the Packers last week. Yeah, you can keep rehabbing it, but if you don't do physical therapy, David, it's not going to get better. Jaguars D lineman Eric Armstead announced he underwent meniscus surgery, but will be ready to play this year. Signings/re-signings, trades, releases, retirements. Vikings have acquired a second first-round pick from the Texans. They now hold the 11th and 23rd picks for a second, fifth, and a 2025 second-round pick. The Lions defensive end Romeo Aquara announced his retirement after 8 years with the Lions and Giants. He finished his career with 25 sacks, 162 tackles, 58 QB hits, and 6 forced fumbles. Another announcement with the Lions, they released, was it Cameron Sutton, correct?
Cameron Sutton.
After he is wanted in Florida for an arrest. We don't have to get into that, but. And Cowboys linebacker Leighton Vander Esch announced his medical retirement after 6 seasons, all with Dallas. The Wolf Hunter was named to a Pro Bowl, but spent half of his playing career on the IR for neck injuries, which led to his release last week. And the quarterbacks around the league can breathe a sigh of relief. The Rams defensive tackle Aaron Donald announced his retirement after 10 seasons. All with the Rams, he finished his career with 2 Super Bowl appearances with 1 win, 3 Defensive Player of the Year, plus 1 Rookie Defensive Player of the Year, 8 All-Pros, 10 Pro Bowl appearances, 111 sacks, and endless Browns dancing QB's underwear after they played against him.
I
And a
remember.
glorious video of Geno Smith going, "Oh
Yeah,
my god!"
that.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Oh God!
Or the picture of Kyler Murray like curled up into a ball and closing his eyes.
One thing that I think people are speculating about is that there were rumors that the Rams were going to part ways with Donald because of his massive contract, and they were going to try to trade him, which is why Donald retired, because he wanted to retire as a Ram. So,
Smart.
Yeah, people were rumoring that the Cowboys were trying to make an offer to trade for him, which would have been very interesting.
Yeah, obviously you retire though. You don't go to fucking Jerry World. That's where you die.
All in
I mean, he got what he wanted, so.
And in the glorious miscellaneous KDF tab, NFL is now looking into both the Eagles and Falcons for potential tampering involved in the signings of both running back Saquon Barkley and QB Kirk Cousins. Like I said before, I was gonna say that with with Saquon Barkley, how could you be calling for tampering when you guys clearly didn't want to keep him?
Well, he basically once he got the word that he's gonna get released, he just called up anybody. He's like, "Get me out of here!
Save me! Save me! Save me!" And I mean, Kirk Chains. I mean, he's such a nice guy. Just let it slide. Didn't happen. Okay, let it go. It's the Falcons. They're dead anyway. Who cares? Anyways, the Browns have hired ex-Texans head coach Mike Vrabel as a
Oh shit! Okay.
What did I say?
He said Texans.
He said Texans.
Oh, ex-Titans.
Titans.
Yes, I know it's Tennessee, but as a coaching and personal consultant. I don't know if I would ever be able to walk up to Mike Vrabel and ask for personal consulting advice. I feel like he would just punch me in the nose. Like,
I feel like he knows what a good beer is. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like Mike Vrabel really
100% knows what a good beer is.
He definitely
100%. Speaking of Cam Sutton, police in Florida are still looking for him. 2 weeks after a warrant was issued for his arrest in a domestic violence case, and he was released by the Lions. Thing I heard is he threw his girlfriend out a 3-story window.
Jesus Christ!
I don't know if that's what you guys. That's what I heard. That was the domestic violence.
Not confirmed, but if it is,
domestic
You
violence.
said he got
attempted
released
murder.
already?
Yeah, Lions released him.
Oh yeah, if a player is has a warrant for his arrest and it's been 2 weeks, if a player got a warrant for his arrest, I would immediately wait and see what the judgment was. But if they're running from the cops, which apparently is happening here, that's an immediate release if I'm a GM, buddy. I mean, I dealt with the fucking jail Bengals for long enough. I don't want to deal with that.
And finally, the NFL owners will discuss rule changes this offseason, including a change to kickoff, revamp similar to the XFL's format, instant replay rule changes, and discussion of banning hip drop tackles. I really don't think the hip drop tackle is big a issue.
I mean, it can injure people, but at the same time, I don't know how you are going to effectively ban that.
I'd be more concerned about corners dive bombing for tight ends kneecaps, but it's like a darn Stuka coming at you, just.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much you can do. Someone's going to have to tackle somebody somehow, so.
Yeah. And are we keeping me up here for the free agency talk, or are we going to talk as a group?
We'll probably talk as a group real quick with that. I'll have to pull that up. But yeah, thank you very much for the news, Mr. Gorlambi.
I'm gonna get a wig next. I'm gonna get a time.
Let me find.
You're gonna
long,
what?
Flowing
hold on. I can repost it.
I think I have. It should be in my Google Docs because I looked at it.
Oh, I reposted it though.
Fucking free agency, man. All right, we'll talk about these real quick because there's not a ton of them. The green ones we've already covered last week, so if you didn't see that, go ahead and watch that episode. We covered them all. Cardinals, they signed ex-Seahawks center Evan Brown, 1 year, $2.3 million. Good deal there. I think they're going to really need some help at center, and Evan Brown could be a good spot for that. Falcons signed wide receiver Kadarius Hodge to a year deal. Ravens signed ex-Cardinals offensive tackle Josh Jones, and re-signed cornerback Arthur Mallett for a 2-year deal. Bills signed safety Teron Johnson to a 3-year, $31 million deal. I'm surprised they had cap for that. Moving on to the Bears, they acquired Keenan Allen on a trade for 4th-round pick, as we saw last week.
Mid-podcast.
Live.
Bengals did some moves with 2 Trents. They got Trent Brown and Trent Irwin. Re-signed Trent Irwin on a 1-year deal. He's our kind of blonde, long-haired surfer edition of Wes Welker. And Trent Brown. We signed the ex-Patriots offensive tackle Trent Brown for a 1 year. I'm surprised there's not a fuck you lob in here from K-Duff since he made this spreadsheet. But
he was pissed.
Looking at
dead to him.
looking at graphs of this, are 2 tackles, both Orlando Brown Jr. and Trent Brown. They both have the same last name, which I think is also cool. But they're both 6'8" and 330 plus. We have I don't know what we can call the issue with this when it comes down to is on the field. Hopefully Trent Brown stays healthy. He's had some issues with that, and I really don't want a Jamarcus Russell situation. And what I mean by that is when he came to the NFL, Trent Brown was nearly pushing 400 pounds. And Bill Belichick, being the guy that he is wanting to control everything, made incentives in his contract for him to lower his weight, which he's done, but he still struggled with some injuries. So I really hope he's going to be able to stay healthy and he doesn't find out he really likes Skyline, and then we're looking at a 500-pound tackle. I mean, but if he plays well, which he's very capable of, and stays healthy, this is a great signing for us, and this really fills the hole that was there even when Jonah Williams was there. So, another thing is that what do we call this? This is cool. We have 2 guys, both with the same last name, massive towers. You can't call it the Twin Towers for obvious reasons.
I mean, you could.
Yeah, we're in Cincinnati, not New York, so it doesn't really make sense. But then
you'd be okay.
But then, both of their last name is Brown, and you can't do anything with that either. The outside of our line are both African American. Everyone in the middle is white. I've seen some tweets saying that should be the Oreo offensive line, and that brings up a whole slog of issues. So
Twin Towers is a little better.
Yeah. Some people are saying it should be the big brown wall. I'm like, that's also another big red flag. We're not doing that one. So I mean,
I think
there has to be a cool.
Is still not okay.
No, there's no. I want there to be a good name because both of these guys are massive, talented linemen, and it'd be cool if we could have a purple people eater esque type name that just sticks, but nothing is stuck yet. So I don't know. We just need to get Justin Jefferson.
Fed, baby.
We just need to get Justin Jefferson, and then we're the Bayou Bengals, so we're fine. The Browns, ladies and gentlemen.
Public service announcement. Dog Pound. What's up? It's your new quarterback, Jameis Winston.
Yikes. Yeah, Jameis Winston has officially signed with the Cleveland Browns. We covered that a bit last week, but I had to share that video of him messing up the read and still going on with it. Jerry Jeudy was acquired for 2 late-round picks, and they signed him to a 3-year, $58 million deal with 41 of it guaranteed. The amount of money that they locked up is ridiculous. Zadarius Smith? I think
Zadarius,
not Darius. Yeah, Zadarius, who they had before. That's a re-signing. They re-signed Zadarius Smith, who's a talented defensive end. $23 million, 2 years.
We still had Preston.
They got Tyler Huntley somehow. So ex-Ravens QB Tyler Huntley, 1-year deal. So they have now
Pro Bowler with 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, they have. I think they have 3 Pro Bowlers. Was Winston a Pro Bowler for 1 year?
I don't know.
Was he? No,
I think I thought he had 1 year where he had a ton of interceptions, but also had a ton of touchdowns. But anyway, they have Watson. They have
he was 2015.
Yeah, so they have 3 Pro Bowlers. First, second, and third string are all Pro Bowlers. And they just got rid of Joe Flacco too. Then they signed running back Donta Foreman. So ex-Bears running back Donta Foreman.
And one of them is banned from every massage parlor this side of the Mississippi.
Dallas Cowboys released Michael Gallup, saved him 9.5 in cap space. They released, obviously, as we heard, Leighton Vander Esch, who later retired due to neck injuries. Sad to see him go. He was a very, very talented middle linebacker.
He was scary when he played.
Yes, very scary, very good.
When he played.
Yeah. And it's the same thing for us and Tyler Eifert, our tight end from Notre Dame. Great player, injured so often. It was so sad to see. Dak Prescott restructured his deal for $5 million to free up that space into a roster bonus, and signing bonuses saved about $4 million in cap space. The Broncos
him to not choke on money he doesn't deserve.
Yeah, here we go. Signed ex-Dolphins safety Brendan Jones to a 3 years, $20 million deal. Signed ex-Giants offensive tackle Matt Parrott, or whatever, 1 year deal. Pert, yeah. Lions signed ex-Ravens guard Kevin Zeitler to a 1 year deal. Texans also made a bunch of moves in the second week of free agency. Signed ex-Bills defensive tackle Tim Settle, 2 years, $7 million. Re-signed Dalton Schultz.
Wait, you forgot Green Bay Packers went back to their old ways. We haven't done fucking shit since the first day.
Right. Texans re-signed Dalton Schultz, was a big move for them. $36 million over 3 years. Signed wide receiver Noah Brown, re-signed him for a year and $5 million. Re-signed defensive end Derek Barnett for a 1 year deal. Signed ex-Titans linebacker Aziz Al-Shahir to a $3 million. Aziz Al-Shahir to a 3 year. 3 years, $34 million contract. So it was ex-Titans. And then released cornerback Kadar Hallman. Jacksonville Jaguars signed ex-Ravens Devin Duvernay to 2 year, $12.5 million deal. That seems a bit expensive. Chiefs signed Marquise Hollywood Brown to 1 year, $11 million deal. We'll see how that works. That's definitely the best receiver on their contract. So
that is an MVS with just not as bad at Butterfingers.
And a lot faster. That's probably for a long time on the Ravens. He was he was a poor man's Tyreek Hill. Very fast. Raiders re-signed center Andre James with a 3 year, $24 million deal with 16 of it guaranteed. For the Chargers, they re-signed backup quarterback Easton Stick. Why? They signed ex-Seahawks tight end Will Dissly to a 3 year, $14 million deal. So hopefully that means you don't draft Brock Bowers. Please, Duke Tobin. Signed ex-Bills defensive tackle Puda Ford to a 1 year deal. Signed ex-Vikings linebacker Troy Dye to a 1 year deal. And re-signed safety Eloy Gilman to a 2 year, $11 million deal. Then for the Rams, they signed ex-Commanders safety Cam Curl to 2 year, $13 million deal, and signed ex-Raiders quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo to a 1 year deal. Good backup there.
Isn't he suspended right now?
Yeah,
he'll be suspended for the first couple games, but Matthew Stafford will be healthy, hopefully, so they should be fine. Dolphins.
He's old.
Dolphins signed ex-Broncos defensive lineman Jonathan Harris to a 1 year deal, re-signed Braxton Berrios, wide receiver, to 1 year, $3 million deal, and signed ex-Patriots guard Isaiah Wynn to a 1 year deal. For the Vikings, they signed ex-Panthers quarterback Shaquille Griffin to a 1 year deal. Was he related to the Seahawks guy that had one hand, or am I thinking of someone different?
Yes, I can't remember if they're twins.
Brothers.
I know they're brothers.
Yeah,
they're twins. They went the same year.
Right.
Okay.
He stayed. Yeah, I think the one that was the amputee, I believe, retired. Correct. I don't remember his name.
Yes.
Yeah, he retired. Patriots signed ex-Steelers defensive tackle Armand Watts, 1 year, $3 million deal, as well as they signed Jalen Reagor, 1 year, $13 million deal. Then he signed him. Yeah.
Guess what, K-Dub? You said about Devontae Parker? Have fun with Jalen Reagor.
Yeah. And then they signed ex-Vikings wide receiver KJ Osborne. Which, honestly, KJ Osborne was doing pretty well for the Vikings this year, so I think that's a good signing for him. The Saints re-signed quarterback Tyrann Mathieu to a 2 year,
Jalen Reagor's making less than fucking Tim Boyle.
Yeah.
God.
Tyrann Mathieu, 2 years, $13.75 million. Hopefully he's able to play those 2 years. He's getting a little older. Ex-Bears quarterback Nathan Peterman, and also got 49ers defensive end Chase Young on a 1 year, $13 million deal. A lot of money for the Saints to give up to a guy that looked very, very bad in the offseason. Giants signed ex-Broncos tight end Chris Manhertz. Jets signed ex-Cowboys offensive tackle Tyron Smith to 1 year, $20 million deal. Hopefully that pans out well. I believe Tyron Smith is a left tackle. Or a right tackle. No, he's a right tackle. He's a right tackle.
Yes. The left.
So they still have a left tackle spot open, and their quarterback is Aaron Rodgers. So maybe Bakhtiari goes there.
Need a blindside blocker.
And my wife is very upset. She's very upset.
Why is she upset?
Must animate that.
Why is she upset? I gotta know why she's upset.
Yeah, come here. They want to know why you're upset about Bakhtiari.
The
I
other,
didn't like it. That's
the
prolonged.
other
My-
Packers fan.
My diehard, show the Packers logo. Diehard Packers fan right here. So
I gotta know.
why should Bakhtiari not play for the Jets? He's already been cut by the Packers. He wants to play.
Listen, he's old. He's been playing for 11 years. He's about to have his, 6th knee surgery. It'd be stupid for an organization to get him. I don't know. It's a waste of money.
He's not going to
Sadly.
play a whole season.
Not gonna play a whole season, yeah. Thank you for your Bakhtiari input.
If the man cared about physical therapy, if the man cared about physical therapy, he probably could have been playing more, but I don't think he was.
Jets also signed ex-49ers cornerback Isaiah Oliver to a 1-year deal, and ex-Chargers receiver Mike Williams 1-year $15 million deal as well. For the Eagles, they acquired ex-Steelers quarterback Kenny Pickett for a 3rd round and two 2025 7th round picks. That's a lot of money for Kenny Pickett.
All right. Well, the 7th round picks, I don't care. They get them back easily.
Well,
The
guess who
3rd
was the
round-
7th round pick that was playing in the playoffs as a starting quarterback? Brock Purdy.
All right. Hold on. Let me go with the calculation of percentage. That was fucking less than 1% ever happening. Okay.
True.
0.001.
And also, as I said, they could get those 7th round picks back. It's not like
Yeah.
fucking Howie Roseman could fleece teams. The 3rd round pick, I was like,
A little high, yeah, but re-signed defensive end Josh Sweat to a $10 million deal and signed ex-Giants wide receiver Paris Campbell for a 1-year deal. Steelers
also, hold on. There was something about Hassan Reddick that they pushed his bonus signing money to April 1st because there's rumors and talks that they might look for a trade for him.
Oh.
I don't know how I feel about that. If they get something good, I don't mind, but it's I don't know.
Yeah. For the Steelers, they signed ex-Falcons wide receiver Van Jefferson to a 1-year deal, signed long snapper Christian Kuntz to a 3-year deal, re-signed safety Mike Kilbrew to a 2-year deal, acquired ex-Ravens safety Deshaun Elliott to a 2-year deal, and acquired ex-Bears quarterback Justin Fields in a trade for a 6th round 2025 pick. Can become a 4th round depending on playtime. And that's all going to depend on if the ride continues to Pittsburgh. So, we'll see. For the 49ers, they had one move. They signed the Pastronaut, ex-quarterback, or ex-Vikings quarterback, Josh Dobbs, 1-year, $2.25 million.
Legend.
The Seahawks, ex-Patriots tight end, Pharaoh Brown, 1-year, $3 million deal, and signed ex-Rams guard, Tremaine Ancrum. Tampa Bay Buccaneers re-signed backup quarterback John Wolford and signed ex-Jets quarterback Bryce Hall to a 1-year deal. The Titans signed ex-Steelers quarterback Mason Rudolph to a 1-year, $3 million deal. Signed wide receiver Nick Westbrook-Akine to a 1-year deal. That's a good sign-up. He's been a pretty solid 2nd to 3rd option for them. Probably 3rd now with D-Hop on the team. And then they also signed ex-49ers defensive tackle Sebastian Joseph Day to a 1-year deal. And finally, the Commanders signed ex-49ers D-lineman Stellan Farrell to 1-year, $3.75 million deal. Re-signed defensive end F.A. Oduba to a 1-year deal and signed ex-Cowboys cornerback Noah. Wow. Igbenogene, I believe.
Right,
Igbenogene.
let's welcome these two guys to hell. Let's welcome them to hell.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't. I'm surprised they didn't call Tony Romo or Tom
Bin
Brady
Laden?
because this team is insane. This team is insane. Maybe 8 years ago, this team would win the Super Bowl. Fucking Jeremy
Marcus
Chin, Austin
Mariota.
Eckler, Marcus Mariota. Yeah. All right, that wraps up the week 2 of free agency. Not as many moves, but still some pretty big ones, especially the Keenan Allen that happened live last week, as well as some retirements. And honestly, I think the signing of the Jets right tackle now, Tyron Smith. There it is. Tyron Smith. Yeah, Tyron Smith is going to be very, very helpful for them. Depends if they get left tackle, and then if only you could get Nick Mangold back. That guy was a rock for the Jets for a long, long time. All right, that wraps up the news, both free agency and otherwise. So let's go ahead and get into our letter grades. We're starting with the AFC West. We won't start with the Cardinals because that's depressing. We'll start with the team that won it. We'll start with the San Francisco 49ers. I think it's an A or A minus, yeah.
A minus.
Minus. It can't be A plus because they didn't win the Super Bowl.
That's why I say A
Yeah.
minus, just because they just missed it with Super Bowl.
I mean, they had a bad stretch where they started to skid. They lost to Cleveland, Minnesota, and Cincinnati, and then they only lost 2 other games beside that. One to Baltimore, which was a ass whooping,
Yeah.
and then one versus Los Angeles where it didn't really matter. So really, they only lost 4 games, and Purdy was the starter in all but the final game. Had a really good year. His lowest passing total was 125 in a loss against Cleveland against that very good defense who was good at the early part of the year. But he looked good the entirety of the season. Was an MVP candidate until Baltimore showed up. McCaffrey was also an MVP candidate. He did very well the entire season, missed very little time, and was very effective, damn near a MVP caliber player as well. And they have just a wide variety of receivers: Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, even Kyle Juszczyk. So they played very well. They had some big issues.
Every postseason game for them was 3 points.
Yeah.
Within 3 points. Every
3-point win
time.
against, and they were playing some tough teams. Green Bay was on a roll late in the year. Detroit, like the world was behind them, and then the world was behind the Niners against Kansas City, and they blew it in overtime. Not knowing
Also,
not knowing the overtime rules for the playoffs was
and
atrocious.
taking a nap in the third quarter.
I don't understand when teams are doing something that works the entire game and they just stop doing it. They were running the ball the first and second quarter, even the fourth quarter. They were running the ball great. Third quarter, they were just like, yeah, let's just pass it every time.
I think coaches think that they're like planning to adjust. They're playing that defense.
Yeah, they're
adjusts,
getting
so they
reverse
had to change.
psychology, so they change
But
when
then,
then actually the
but then
others
on the
didn't change at all.
Then on the first drive, they stop you, and you're like, okay, I'm just gonna keep doing it. No, go back to what was working. Run it until they stop you.
They made a trade late in the season to get Chase Young. It turned out to be shit. Chase Young played very, very, very lazy in the offseason. I think he might, honestly, we could give him the benefit of the doubt. He's probably recovering from injury still, so there's probably some of that. But you really want some help for Bosa out there. So, but overall, a decent season. Well, not a decent, second best in the league. So,
who is it this night again?
Just recently, the Niners.
Yeah, didn't they get a defensive end?
They lost Eric Armstead.
And Chase Young.
Yeah, they still had Javon Hargrave.
Yes, they still have Hargrave and Bosa. But...
They got defensive tackle Malik Collins, defensive tackle Jordan Elliott, defensive end Yetur Gross-Matos, defensive line Kevin Givens, and that's it. That's all the defensive line that they got.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think this is easy. This is an A or A minus. I don't think there's really any other way you can slice it. They had a great season, dominant wins in a decently tough division, and some good wins as well. Like a tough win against Philadelphia, 42-19. They also
tough win. They fucking destroyed them. Okay, do not try to make me feel better.
They got a good win against Dallas. Yeah, 42-10. Like they blew out Jacksonville. They had some really good wins here, and they only lost by 1 in the meaningless game, basically, like the last game of the regular season. So they had a very good season.
Yeah,
they had a very good season.
I say A minus just because for how hyped up they were going into it. The fact that all your postseason games within 3 points, I say A minus. Especially, I mean, Green Bay wasn't that good. We were not that good this year. We were just dumb enough not to know the positions that we were in.
But also, you guys just don't beat the Niners in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's how it goes. Green Bay beats the Cowboys, and then Green Bay loses to the Niners. That's just how it works. All right, let's move on from that. Let's go to Seattle. Moving on up to the West Coast. They did not make the playoffs. They had a really bad losing streak. They lost 4 in a row in the middle of the season. They had a chance to make the
B-minus?
playoffs, but they just. I would give it a. Yeah, nothing really happened. I would give it a C plus. Like it's a passing grade, but it's. I mean, like you're in maybe honestly just a C, a straight C. You're just in limbo.
You're average. You're average.
You're in limbo.
I
You don't have a high
yeah.
draft pick. You don't have a low draft pick. You didn't make the playoffs, and you didn't miss it horribly. You're just sitting there in mediocrity. They had some good
compared
wins.
to
They
last
beat
year-
Detroit week 2 when Detroit was coming off a win against the Chiefs. They had that good win. They had a good win against Philadelphia by 3.
Just,
win against Tennessee by 3.
Just remember, they beat Philadelphia with Drew fucking Lock as their quarterback.
Do not remind me.
Yeah, Drew Lock.
Drew Lock kicked your ass.
But then they had
More
tough
like Matt
losses.
Patricia
Like
fell down
Baltimore.
that fucking fat ass.
Baltimore spanked them. They had a loss early in the season by 7 to the Rams. Pittsburgh beat them late in the season, and 4 straight losses. 2 of them were to San Francisco and 1 to Dallas, who were tough teams, but also another one to Los Angeles. They got swept by the Rams. So, a lot of big issues, and there still was issues at quarterback. Is it Geno Smith? Is it Drew Lock? Because they put Lock in twice, then Smith back in. It's wild.
I thought because Geno Smith got hurt for those 2 games.
Yeah, he wasn't hurt for the second one against Philadelphia on Monday night, though. They played Lock
Oh.
regardless. So,
Okay.
yeah. So, this was also Pete Carroll's last season coaching the Seahawks, at least as we know. He's now a consultant for them in upper management. So, weird way for him to go out. Probably the best Seahawks coach in their history, only one to win a Super Bowl. So,
Fired by promotion.
yeah, C on the. It's a C grade for me.
Yeah,
I'd
there
say
were
C minus compared to what last year.
Yeah, no, I mean
I'm
they're
saying C.
very average, so it's a C for me.
Yeah, see.
All right, moving on. We'll go to the Rams. A pleasant surprise, honestly. That we were thinking the Rams were going to be one of the worst teams in the league, and they finished with 10 wins. They did lose in the Matthew Stafford revenge game, which turned out to be, a
Jared Goff's
1-point win.
revenge game.
Yeah, Jared Goff's revenge game in the playoffs, but they did make the playoffs. They started out horrible. They had 3 wins going into the bye week, and then they only had 1 loss coming out of it. So they flipped their season on the head. I would give them a B minus. They turned nothing into something. Stafford was able to play most of the season, and they had a freak show in Williams, who came out of nowhere to be a really good running back for them. 152 yards against the Commanders, 104 against the Saints, 114 against Baltimore in a loss, 103 against Indianapolis. This guy was running over all over the place. And then, talk about out of nowhere, Puka Nacua.
Yeah.
Now, you
Don't
have
remind
probably
me about him.
Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp in the same place, not to mention Tutu Atwell, who's still a very good option, especially as a 3rd wide receiver, and now you have a good running back. This offense still looks dangerous, and especially led by a guy like Sean McVay. This team could cause some problems. Now, on the defensive side of the ball, Aaron Donald's gone, and next season is going to look like they're going to be, again, like I said about them, a blind cowboy on the side of a bar with 2 fully automatic belt-fed shotguns. They are going to win in a shootout, man. That's, like, this defense has got to get better, but at the same time, it took a lot of talent and willpower for them to win every single game but one going into the second half of that season, coming off of a Week 10 bye, and they did it.
And that loss was an overtime loss.
Exactly.
Against a
Baltimore.
good Baltimore. Yeah.
An AFC Championship caliber Baltimore team. So, I would give this a B minus, or honestly, just a B. Like, Stafford still got it. They still have good options. Like Higbee, Kupp, Nacua, Atwell, and Williams. Like, this offense is still pretty stacked, which is crazy to say, but this team could be competing for the NFC West championship spot next year. I don't think it's far off to say. Like, I don't think they'll win it because there's just a much better Niners team, but they're much better than the other 2 teams in the NFC West.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Just they fix up that defense.
Yeah.
If Stafford got his proper revenge on Detroit, I would have given him a B, but I'm going to give him a B minus.
Yeah.
It was a tough game.
I'm gonna go B minus. I don't know. They're not gonna be good for a while, so unfortunate.
Yeah.
And last, and certainly least,
I think the biggest thing that they're going to need moving forward is to find a good replacement for Stafford when he retires, because I don't think that I would not be surprised if Stafford, this is his last year upcoming. we'll see. But I mean, Cup is still pretty young. Nakua was a rookie. Atwell is very young.
36?
Williams is a
thought
rookie, I
Atwell-
believe.
I think so. And also, I thought 12 was also a rookie. Okay, no, that was
Nope.
his second year.
Second year. So
But
he's
still,
got
that's,
a 12 is your third string receiver versus second year. Cup,
and then
who's
Kyron
played.
Williams.
I think Cup played when they were in St. Louis, I think.
No.
He's 30.
Oh, okay, yeah, 2018. He did
2017,
play-
2018, yeah. So he's getting a little bit older. He's 30. So, I mean, his career's not over, but it's definitely starting to crescent down. But, I mean, if you
Kyron
have to become
Williams?
wide receiver 2 and you come in and you have Puka Nakua over that.
And then Kyron Williams,
Yeah, it's
second
2
year.
years for Kieran Williams. Like, man. Now, honestly, if the Rams make a big move and they trade up and get a quarterback and start to develop him behind Stafford, like a Drew Lock, maybe you look at, not Drew Lock, what am I saying? Drake May. Drake May learning from Stafford and Garoppolo. Maybe what to do with Stafford and what not to do with Garoppolo. You never know. Especially under the vision of a very new age head coach like McVay, if he doesn't take the $30 billion he's going to get from CBS or something. But I mean, this team has potential. This team, they bought a Super Bowl and somehow they're not dead in the water, which is saying something.
Great to last year.
Yeah. And last and certainly least, the Arizona Cardinals.
For one reason and one reason only, I am giving a little higher grade here for the Cardinals.
D- for me. It's not an F because they beat Dallas.
D- because they beat Dallas.
Yeah.
Yep, that's actually what I was going to do.
Yep.
A
And
plus
also
because they beat
Philadelphia.
Dallas.
God damn it, I forgot about that.
A plus they beat Dallas. That's all I care about.
I forgot they beat the Eagles.
Yeah. Josh
Oh,
Dobbs.
Jerry.
They were not going to have Murray for the very beginning of the season, and Josh Dobbs actually looked somewhat promising. He got a win against Dallas and kind of looked good. He had some really talented games, 265 yards in a loss versus San Francisco, as well as 228 yards against New York. But they only won 4 games. Dallas, Atlanta, Pittsburgh, and Philadelphia. 2 of those you expected, Atlanta and Pittsburgh, and the 2 others, Dallas and Philadelphia, are out of the blue. But then they still lost some horrible games. They got their ass beat by Chicago when Chicago was running a third-string quarterback out of a D2 school. They also lost both games to Seattle, both to Los Angeles. They lost to Washington the first win of the season, or first loss of the season, also New York. So this was a very, very rough team. They ended up firing their head coach. So now they're sitting here, new head coach.
No, John Glennon was coach last year, this past season.
Oh, right, no, they didn't fire him. That's right. I'm sorry.
This is
but
Glennon's first year.
You're right. So, yeah. They're moving forward with Murray, obviously. They're going to keep him. Looks like they're also keeping James Conner and making a couple moves in free agency. Thank you again for taking Jonah Williams. But yeah, other than that, this is just horrible. D-. One of the worst teams in the league this year.
But they beat Dallas.
They did. They did beat Dallas. They did beat Dallas.
With the passion.
All right. I think that wraps it up for us here. We got 3 more divisions to cover: NFC East, North, and South. So, last but certainly not least, the tier list.
What the f-
Oh, God.
shit.
NFL
I don't know the
announcers.
names.
What's your name?
Oh no.
So we have who? Good old Tony Romo.
What's the rankings? Like, can I see the
Who
rankings?
FDCBAS. And you
A?
just see here, and
Or
he just
before-
slips it in. And
Well. Before he was good, but then the past couple seasons, CBS told him to dumb it down. Apparently, and
Down.
yeah, they did not like him actually going in depth, and so
We did.
Yeah. All right, Kurt Warner. Mainly does sideline as well as pregame.
See, I don't really like. I watch maybe see once like.
I like
silent
my favorite play-by-play announcer of all time over any sport, the Kirk Heinrich.
I have to listen to the voice again.
No, not Kirk Heinrich. What am I saying?
Yeah, what are you
Who
saying?
is it?
That's not.
Yeah,
no. It's the I'm calling both games. Why did I say Kirk Heinrich? That's a point guard for the Bulls. What am I saying?
What's your name?
Kevin Harlan.
Kevin Harlan. There it is. Why did I say Kirk Heinrich? What is wrong with me?
S tier. No, Kevin
Yes,
Harlan is.
Kevin
S-tier.
Harlan is so good. Voice of NBA 2K, voice of a lot of March Madness. He does a lot of that. Does a lot of NBA. Does a lot of NFL. Guy's incredible. This guy normally does CBS. I can't remember his name.
Gumble?
I think it's Gumble. Yeah, I think it's Gumble. I think you're right.
Right. B tier. I listen. I'm trying to remember from NFL Red Zone.
Let's just go with who we know. Joe Buck.
Joe Buck.
F. Troy Aikman.
F.
Okay.
Thank you.
G-Reg, baby.
G-Reg. What's your name?
Greg Olsen. A. Right now.
Yes, very good.
It's still.
I would say S.
Yeah. Let us see my third leg.
Brady's trying to take his job.
The goat.
Michaels.
The goat. It's been a little. He's definitely in the downturn,
well,
but
that's because he's been watching terrible Thursday night football games. So I'll give S tier for how much he has to deal with.
Do you believe in the miracles of America? Okay, let's go. Chris Collins. Now here's a guy. No, Chris, no. I would give him I would give him a B or an A. I like him, and honestly, his son is his son on here.
I don't know.
Son, I'm trying to see. It's like a spit image. Like I don't think so. Jim Nantz. I think he's a poor man Al Michaels for me. Poor man's Al Michaels, and that's not a.
Is the guy that
either A or B?
It's normally him and Sims. I don't. Is he?
Is he on there? If he's on there, he's S tier.
Who?
The guy who does Red Zone.
I think is it this guy right here?
Oh
No, I think it's the one to the right.
No, Chris Hansen.
Not Chris Hansen. That's fucking.
No, fuck.
Oh my
I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
Sorry. Hold on.
Any of these guys?
Hold on.
Like some of these guys, I'm sorry. I think it's him. It looks like. Some of these guys I don't know.
Scott Hansen.
I'm very sorry. Some of these guys, this is like generic white businessman number 5 up here. I'm sorry. Like I don't know. No.
What the?
Oh, there's Tiki. There's Tiki Barber, and obviously the great Mike Tirico, Drew Brees.
Mike Tirico's S tier.
Okay, Mike Tirico's S tier.
I will admit he is pretty good. I do.
Drew Brees.
Where's Brandon Gauten?
I'll give him B tier right now. He has been bad for some stuff.
Okay, Mark Sanchez.
C.
He's
Mr.
good.
Butt Fumble himself.
Tiki Barber. I would give him a D.
I'm trying to remember where he is.
Fucking yapper, man.
I'm trying to think where he is. What
a yapper.
Absolute
broadcast he does. I would say D just because I can't remember. I'm trying to remember.
I am gonna keep it above. This is what I kind of wanted to do and didn't want to do this playlist. This guy looks familiar. I think he played. I don't know who this is.
That's Michael Vick.
That's not Michael Vick. That is not Michael Vick. There's no way that's Michael Vick. That does not look like Michael Vick.
No.
Is he like the other Madden announcer?
I wish you're able to get like the image and then go back image search in a way.
It doesn't even say what they are in the inspect list.
No.
Yeah, I think the rest of them we just don't know. This is why, I would love if they put the names on here.
Yeah, they don't have the names. That's the only
They
problem.
don't even have
Oh no,
Sims.
you forgot the guy on the top right. He's FT. He was on ESPN. No, that's not ESPN.
Isn't it? That looks like Charles Davis.
No. Fuck. I'm trying.
Is that Charles Davis
on ESPN? No.
They all look the same. I'm gonna be honest.
I think this is Red Zone. This guy looks like the Red Zone guy.
He is.
No,
Yeah.
I was giving you a picture. I'm actually giving you a picture of the.
I
NFL
can't add it. This is
Scott
not mine.
Hansen.
I just found it. I think
I
we're
know,
saying
but
this is
that's-
Scott. We're saying this is Scott Hansen. This is Scott
I'm
Hansen's
showing you a
tier.
picture of Scott Hansen.
Yeah, the guy in the Fox one. That's Charles Davis.
I don't know because I
If
don't
If you
think
play
I've ever
Madden, you've
heard him.
heard Charles Davis.
Yeah.
I don't play Madden.
Okay. I think this is all we can do because we just don't recognize these pictures. It's kind of sad because these.
No, Randy Moss. That's a guy. That's on the far left. Randy Moss.
None of these
no,
are
no,
Randy
no, no.
Moss. None of these are Randy Moss. This is not Randy Moss.
No.
That is not Randy Moss.
No.
Hold on.
This is. Oh no! This is Aqib Talib. This is Aqib Talib.
That's a clue to leave. Okay. Fuck.
He's all right.
I can't get the faces with the voices at times because
Yeah.
I don't. Fuck.
I can't believe Chris
Yeah,
Collinsworth's son isn't on here. I don't remember his first name, but he's very good in the nightly broadcast. Like Tony Dungy's not on here.
Third from the left. Is that that's Brandon Gaudin, isn't it? Third from the left.
Dude, I don't know. Like Sims isn't even on here, man. Sims ain't even on here. Matt Ryan isn't on here. JJ Watt's not on here. None of the guys like Boomer Esiason, fucking Coach Cower. None of them are on here. Those are all guys in the CBS call.
All right, fuck it, we're done. Fuck it, we're done.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
Kevin Harlan, my goat, bro.
My goat.
I'm calling both games.
I'm calling both games.
I appreciate
no
the
comments.
answer on Chris.
I can't. I can't replace the NFL Red Zone, but it would be so good to have Kevin Harlan do Red Zone just so he could be like, I'm calling all 4 games, like, you know.
No, Scott Hansen will never be replaced.
Let me see here. Did we have any comments on our last video
No,
here?
I checked.
We
I
didn't.
checked. No comments.
Alrighty. All right. I think that kind of wraps it up for us. We have 3 more weeks of this.
Tommy's just fucking dead.
But also,
not a lot happened.
we'll organize it within the next 3 weeks. We're going to cover the NFC South, and we'll be playing Lethal Company while we do it. So make sure you're here for that. Hopefully, we can get K-Duff in for that as well.
What day are
It's
we
cheap.
doing?
We have to figure out what day K-Duff.
Forgetting.
We have to wait
Okay.
for K-Duff's schedule just so that we can all be there because that's not something I want to miss out for anyone. Yeah, and then don't forget next week we're going to be covering the UFL. It is going to start the last weekend of March, the 30th and 31st. Yeah. Michigan
Browns,
Panthers.
steak beer. Steak
Michigan
beer.
Panthers. Let's go, baby. Did the Defenders get canned? The DC Defenders? Did they get canned or no?
No, they're still there.
Okay,
they're
yeah.
not. There's no way they would can that.
Yeah,
Come on.
the lemons.
So the teams are Birmingham Stallions, Houston Roughnecks, Memphis Showboats,
Roughcocks.
Michigan Panthers, Arlington Renegades, DC Defenders, San Antonio Brahmas, and then St. Louis Battlehawks.
Battle
Yeah, the
Cocks.
Battlehawks. The Battlehawks. That's becomes the fucking St. Louis team.
Battlecocks. That's my
It's great.
team.
But yeah, diehard Michigan Panthers fan here because they got rid of Ben DiNucci and the Seattle Sea Dragons. So
Bellucci.
yeah, and Mr. Vipers fan over there has recovered from his rampant alcoholism and won't have to watch his team play on a fucking baseball diamond. You jabroni.
Hey. I still got
They
my
were
Stallions,
ass.
bro.
They were ass. They
They
were
were
so
so
ass.
ass.
They were so
So
ass.
bad.
I don't know how Hines Ward and the fucking Arlington Renegades are, or no, the Brahmas are still a team, which is just because the Arlington Renegades actually won the XFL, which was out of nowhere.
That was
But yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah, but it's gonna be good. We have more football to cover, more football to watch. Thank the Lord. So yeah, enjoy. Honestly, enjoy the last week of off-season football for the time being, because guess what? Football's back. It's not the NFL, but hey, it's still fucking football, man. So enjoy it. It's, you know, UFL's to be coming up. Make sure to watch the game. Go to a game if you can. The tickets, for what I've seen, are much, much cheaper, and there's probably some that are closer to your local region, depending on where you live. And most importantly,
That's true.
run the damn ball. Have a good night.
Peace out, Girl Scouts.